Definitely let us know. Though it'll be really hard for me to adjust any settings once I start on my end. This game is pretty much non-stop for the most part, no breaks.
All right.
Awesome.
Cool.
So yeah, hi everybody. My name's Ozzy, and I am joined today by a good friend? Question mark.
We'll call it that for now.
Yeah, we'll figure that part out later. But this is Shawnee. Say hello, Shawnee.
Hi, I'm Shawnee.
Yes.
I don't know why I waved. No one could see that.
All right. So time starts once I go ahead and let you know, because we have to do the tutorial like a good boy. So I guess 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
So this is Dragon's Crown. We're just gonna go through the tutorials. You can a lot of these tutorial stuff are pretty self-explanatory.
Good job.
Can
Good
grab
job
them.
first tutorial.
Yep. Unfortunately, we cannot perform tutorial skip in this category. It's not possible. But to give a general idea of what kind of game this is, Dragon's Crown is an action RPG beat 'em up hybrid.
I got to get the chat window over to the proper one here.
Okay, pick this up.
I can see both.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically this is a weird little game that I'm doing commentary for, and Ozzy's playing. I've never played this game before, but I've learned quite a bit about this game to help Ozzy, and hopefully I do well doing that.
Yeah. This tutorial is just is for the same across all characters. The only thing in terms of like teaching you how each character works independently of each other. There's a few other character classes in this game. We're playing specifically the Dwarf because the Dwarf has a couple of really awesome things about it.
Muscles for one.
He has awesome muscles.
Yeah, those muscles are amazing.
So his biggest claim to fame is that he can pick up and throw boulders and enemies. And grabbing and throwing enemies in this game... Ugh, I didn't drop the weapon. That sucks. There we go. Picking up and grabbing enemies is unblockable. And enemies that block are some of the most annoying enemy types in this game.
Yeah, and you will see a lot of Ozzy will be trying to juggle a lot of enemies, and you'll be seeing a lot of Rock Friend. Rock Friend is great.
Oh, Boulder best friend.
Since that
Boulder,
point,
yeah.
So the other thing we have available to us is we can do this like nice little form of movement here where I use an evade, do a jump attack, and then double jump. And this gets me the fastest form of movement in the game to get across.
Like many of your fellows,
Is that different for each character, or are they all the same for that?
For every character is different. The Dwarf, because his air attack is a dive, is the biggest reason why it's his fastest form of movement.
You don't currently belong to the guild. I recommend registering. You can get.
So we're currently just kind of going through more tutorial stuff. We're created a brand new save file in this game, and it's just forcing us to introduce to the various things here. We just met a shop where there was a very ugly woman. It was
She has very little muscles.
Very little muscles. You see how thin she was? It's terrible.
Yeah. These more muscles.
Yeah. Should be more like this guy here we were just talking to in the Adventurers Guild who gave us a job to go to the first dungeon in the game. That guy has
those are
awesome
muscles. Those are great muscles.
One with your test.
So we're gonna go ahead and go into the first dungeon of the game and go fight the first boss. So this game is very much like a dungeon-based structure where it's like a beat 'em up. You go and tackle a dungeon, open up chests, beat up enemies. We're really trying to be efficient with our killing with our enemies, obviously. But more importantly, we're trying to keep this camera to moving as much as possible.
Yeah, you always want to be going to the right-hand side of the screen. And for the most part, you can really see how Ozzy's just going to wreck through all these little tiny enemies.
But was trapped in a cage.
Okay,
more muscles.
Yes.
You have made your for much.
Right now, this is the first dungeon, so it's pretty bare bones on what I'm actually able to do fast, because the enemy spawn is pretty slow, all things considered, but I am trying to kill the enemies that spawn on screen the moment the screen locks into right. Because oftentimes I'll be being in a room with a bunch of enemies, and I'm looking for very specific enemies I need to kill, because those are the ones the game is trying to keep me from progressing. Mm-hmm. So as soon as I kill those specific enemies, I can continue on.
I appreciate your back roll attack into the bed there. That looks very classy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you picked up a pile of bones. That'll come in handy later.
Yeah, we're going to be collecting a lot of bones.
Yeah. Bones and muscles. That's all this game is.
So we're approaching the first boss. I'll let you talk about all the wonderful things about this boss, Johnny.
If they are in order, I have the notes. If not, yes, Harpy. There we go.
And
so let's see if I can actually do this as a commentary thing. So basically, Ozzy's going to be finding. You see Boulder Friend there. Boulder Friend likes to stun lock things, so Boulder Friend is great. And Boulder Friend is very strong comparatively to Ozzy. So basically, this is the whole match. I can't even explain what Harpy's going to be done because Harpy's dead. But trust me, if you play this game, you'll understand what Harpy can do. So, it has lightning attacks, I think.
Ooh, nice! I hit level 3. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Similar to this one.
Fine, I'll take that.
You'll be seeing a lot of Boulder Friend. Basically, Ozzy wants most battles for the bosses to be stun locked for the most part. Or he wants to be in control, or he wants to be not being hit, because the dwarf can't block. And that's a problem with some of the bosses, because if they get out of control, he's going to have a hard time getting back, or getting the flow back into his side, basically, in some parts.
Enjoy this next upcoming cutscene, because this is the one thing I can't mash through. You have to see babies coming from the sky, with trumpets and hearty beats and good feelings all around. Okay, now I can
lead the wandering soul back. Reverse death.
So we're gonna go ahead and make it so our settings so that
the prayer reaches the
no random NPCs can just join our party in the middle of a dungeon. Because if they do, they usually just increase the difficulty and provide little actual help.
Yeah, it's a lot faster to do it completely yourself than depend on NPCs.
You have fulfilled the request.
So, gonna get this. Going to common skills, and we're also gonna get money is power and wealth to health.
Yeah. You're not gonna have to do skills again for quite some time, right?
Yeah, not for a little bit. I usually like to go do it again at around level 6 because I want to upgrade. I want to get Power Bomb to its next level. Power Bomb is a skill that directly influences our throwing of enemies against the ground as well as the boulder. That creates an additional shockwave and it increases in power as you scale up in level. So we do that a lot. It's just our biggest form of crowd control is throwing enemies into each other. It's just super effective.
I love the art style of the maps and stuff like that here. Like the watercolor-ish world is just great to look at. This game is really pretty.
Yeah, the other reason why I got those two skills, the money is power and wealth to health, is because enemies drop a lot of loose change. And normally the loose change really doesn't give you a lot of score, but with money is power, that score is, you're given 10 points for every coin you pick up, which may not seem like a lot right now, and it really isn't, but they drop it so frequently, I will just randomly pick up a couple coins here and there, usually along the way. And the way experience points earned in this game works is that you receive 10% of your total score, which is located at the top of the screen, is converted into experience points. Ooh, nice! I got the skip.
Pursue the thief, apprehend him, and reclaim the scepter.
There's supposed to be this room where fish spawn in the room, and you can't attack the fish for whatever reason because they're underneath water. Makes no sense to me. I can pretty clearly attack anything that I see. Why does water is a factor in protecting them is beyond me. But I managed to force them to not spawn in, so I can actually just not have to fight them.
Also, that long room that Ozzy just ran through, you can see the last type of enemy that spawned was what was locking him. That's what he was talking about before. So he ran by all the scorpions and other things, and then all of a sudden the big green lizards came in, and he had to get rid of them before progressing. So
And
you'll see that a lot more.
those bones. Okay, whatever. Anyways, Wyvern Leader. Let's throw boulders at Wyvern Leader.
Yes. I have more notes. I actually have paper notes in front of me. Basically, this whole battle is based off Boulder, just like the last one. And I actually did get any notes from Ozzy actually about what this boss actually does, because it dies really, really quickly.
Like that.
And, yeah, so play the game yourself. Figure out what the bosses actually do, and Ozzy's just ripping through them. You only have to take out the leader. All the other ones die on screen. The leader's gone because I guess they share a heart.
No, the other ones that spawn in are basically just normal wyverns.
Yeah, I know. I'm just... Don't focus on them, focus on the big one.
Yeah.
He cannot
Okay.
move.
We're not very getting good equipment drops. Loot in this game is completely random.
Yeah.
You have
So, basically, I remember you saying they rank from like E to... What's the highest ranking? A, or...?
S. S is highest
S,
rank
okay.
to A. It's an S through E rank system.
Okay, so it doesn't respect the alphabet at all. Got it.
You must deliver
Yep,
the
no
royal
respect.
scepter to the Prime Minister.
Yeah,
All right,
no
cool.
respect whatsoever.
Yeah. By the way, this is probably going to look really slow here, but I'm going to walk with this fairy rather than try and go ahead of it, because for whatever reason, you absolutely need to walk with this fairy in order to open up the next location, which is the old tower. And if you try to go too far ahead of it, it will just, like, wait there like an idiot.
So you're saying this is an escort mission?
Yes.
I'm so sorry, Ozzy.
Well, don't worry, that's the last of the escort.
Perfect.
We don't
Flawless
have
every
to do
time.
it again.
First time.
That is the best escort mission I've ever had to do in a speedrun.
To Wallace's underground labyrinth.
I love how just saying escort mission just probably made everyone in the chat just go, ugh.
Yeah, so Wallace Underground Labyrinth introduces another a pretty common enemy type we'll see throughout this run. Wizards. They teleport, they're annoying, but they have really low HP, so they die fast. But they're usually accompanied by wood golems, which are very durable.
Wood is very durable.
Yes.
So I can't wait till you get your barrel. That's the best.
Oh, my fire barrel? Yeah, I like the fire
I
barrel.
love that animation so much. And this has a very similar color scheme to Octopath. Like, it's very... I don't want to say faded, but it's a very pretty looking game.
By the way, I want you to try and guess who you just saw there in this coming image. Who do you think?
Called copyright avoidance.
Your quest to find the door to the
Oh, it's my favorite character.
through this hall.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
Oh, definitely not Mickey. No.
I don't know who. That was
It's
Ricky.
Mackie.
Ricky. That was the Wizard's Apprentice. Not completely different.
Because the laboratory was being misused, some of the experiments.
Oh, so
housed
actually,
within
we
have
can
now
explain
run
actually how you were
amok.
controlling the thief, actually, because the thief did not just open the door for you out of sheer goodwill. Because you control him with the PS4 control, don't you? Or...
Yeah, you can use either the PS4's like touchpad, which is horrible, or you can use the right analog stick,
Yeah.
which is actually competent.
Yeah, so if you see the thief move around and like do something or open a door or a chest, Ozzy's controlling the thief most likely, and most likely he will never acknowledge it because this is something he'll just naturally do without thinking. Because when you speedrun a game enough times, you just do.
All right, time for the Doom Beetle. I'm gonna focus here because I want to pay attention a little bit.
So this is actually so the first two bosses were like, well, whatever. The Doom Beetle is actually interesting because. I love its design. It looks great. But basically, the Doom Beetle has a little bit of a annoyance in him. Is every once in a while, cocoons will spawn. You see in the back there. Ozzy will have to go and deal with that, or else we'll make another Doom Beetle. And basically, he has to constantly juggle, make sure he stays away from it. And for the most part, just control the battlefield as much as possible and get rid of it. Normally, about sorry if I was speaking fast, my son, but it's normally about 2 throws to get rid of each cocoon. So he has to make sure he times everything just right. And it looks like he cleared that fight with aces there. And that was the Doom Beetle.
Yeah.
Do the lesser Doom Beetles have the same amount of health, or are they weaker?
You found some bones that seem to belong to
they have lesser. They don't have nearly as much health as the original one do, but it's significant enough that I really don't want to deal with them.
Yeah, you want to avoid them at all possible points, basically.
Okay. So we're gonna go back to the old tower. I swear, this is the hardest part for me in the speedrun, is just remembering the order of events that you need to do after doing a dungeon. Because I'm just mashing through text here. So we went into that dungeon because we needed to find the bones of this man who we revived because, death? That's merely a suggestion. It's never permanent.
Never is in video games. Respawn points ruin everything.
Yep. This guy has a great beard, by the way. We also got a fairy that follows us for the remainder of the game. So, go back to the Adventurers Guild, and I believe we go back to the castle. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know the route whatsoever, so if Ozzy's like trying to confirm something, he's gonna confirm it with himself, because not me.
Sometimes I remember out of sequence, but we just are basically being forced to go and to do another dungeon, which is fine by me, because more loot.
Yeah.
More XP. And we're just gonna go do that right now. So we're going into Bilberong Fortress. Which, this is when we get our first cakes of just, like, a bunch of orcs. Lots of orcs.
Orcs are a thing.
Yeah.
The red hand on the screen is you manipulating the analog stick, right?
Yeah, you can also use the pointer. There's, like, these shining spots you can examine with the pointer, and you just hover it over it, and usually loot will drop and stuff. I really want this. Give me that. Okay. I'm really trying to make sure I go out of my way to pick up bones, because I'm going to need those.
One too.
Yeah.
Make sure you pick up an extra one somewhere. So you have to pick up a certain amount of them, right?
Yeah. Oddly enough, just to kind of like touch on between versions, because this is the only version difference that I was able to find in this game versus when this game originally came out on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita. You can only carry a certain amount of bones, right? For whatever reason, I have no idea why they did it, but you used to be able to hold 32, but in the PlayStation 4 version of the game, you can only carry 28.
Yeah, and there's a mission that you need 31 or something?
30.
30. So you have to get a couple extra just a little bit early before you have to cash them all in if you were to try to carry max. So it's a little bit weird. That dinosaur is in a cage. So, which button do you use for picking up anyway? Like, what are the control scheme?
Triangle is to pick up things like off the ground. If my normal attack is just a square, I press up and square to pick up and throw things.
Poor wizards.
Yeah. Like here, I'm definitely picking up all this loot because all this score is helping me gain just that much more experience points overall.
Yeah, actually, yeah, exactly. Score is your experience and what you use for levels, I believe.
Yeah, and levels are super important in this game to make sure I'm on pace on, because it affects the loot drops and what kind of equipment I can eventually use for the second half of the game, where the second half of the game really ramps up the difficulty, as well as forcing a mandatory timer on every boss fight. If I do not kill the bosses in the second half of the game within a allotted time limit, GG, I have to redo the entire dungeon.
Yeah. And yeah, so the way the commentary is going to work is like the first half of the game, it's like, okay, toss things back and forth. Come the second half of the game, I'll be taking over for like 90% of the bosses and explaining stuff because it's serious focus time. Oh, the Minotaur is already up. Cool. So basically, this Minotaur, he will hit like a truck, but he has very easy tells. Very, I don't want to say slow attacks, but it's very clearly conveyed what he's doing.
Yeah, and that was bad on me. There we go, I took a hit. I'm gonna watch it out for when he goes into about half health, because he's going to go berserk, like that. Yeah. And when he goes berserk, his attack speed increases very slightly, hits harder, which really is bad usually. But the main thing I try to do when I know a boss is going to do something that is going to almost guaranteed to hit me, I use what's called the power smash, and first death of the run, that sucks. I usually don't die this early in the run, but oh well, not a huge deal.
Yeah, actually we can actually use this opportunity to explain the lives as well.
Yeah, you get 2 lives.
Is it 2 extra, so it's 3 in total, or is it just...
It's 2. It's 2.
Yeah, so that's the Minotaur. He's killed himself with his axe there, I guess. I don't think he got impaled by a rock. It looked like he got impaled by a rock numerous times.
You move through the sewers filled.
But yeah, basically, if when you're going into a dungeon, unless you go back to town, you have a certain life counter, and if your lives run out, you get forced back to town, I believe. Like if you're out of the dungeon or something. Is that Ozzy or?
Sorry, I was just going through everything I need to do here. I have a one-track mind when it comes to focusing. Like, I tune everything out if I have to focus. But for the most part, lives in this game are kind of like, when you die and lose all your lives, you are what's in game, and not quite game over. You can pay to continue.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, and then you can get... Is it 1 try per... Or do you get your 2 lives back?
You get your 2 lives back.
Okay, so it replenishes it back to normal then.
Yeah.
You look for Samuel.
So I have to come here because of story reasons, but we're gonna go ahead and use the pray function in the game. This pray function, I'm gonna pay 500 gold, and for the next dungeon I do, I'm gonna get a 10% score increase for that one dungeon, which is pretty minor, and the only reason why I'm doing it is because I'm already in that room to use it in the first place. But it actually kind of coincides with this dungeon, because I'm going to do kind of like an extra bonus objective for score to get more experience points. There's these village girls that have been kidnapped, and you can save them and protect them during a boss fight. Each one of them that you successfully protect gives you 3,000 score, which ultim together that's 9,000.
And plus a 10% on top of that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and again, score is your levels and stuff like that. So,
bones. Give me the bones.
If you are to play through this game casually, you would definitely get to the end boss like way higher level than what Ozzy's going to be getting there. So any slight extra levels or score increase or experience increase is definitely welcome. But I think it's not the end of the world if you don't get it right.
Yeah, I mean, casually you're expected to be like level 30 by the time you go to fight the final boss of this game, I'm gonna be around level 24.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty good, but I'm also kind of like doing a couple risky things in the second half of the game in order to get a lot of experience points without losing much time.
Yeah, and look, those are ghosts. You grab a torch and you walk towards them and they die. So,
right. Go, come on and open this door. Get over here, Rainy. Rainy, what are you doing? Thank you. Thieves, what can I say, man?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going into this room. We're gonna, as soon as the dialogue plays that says you saved a village girl, that means I can leave the room. Rainy, open this door. Thank you.
You saved a village girl.
He likes to do what he wants, though.
Part of the other reason why I like going after these village girls now on my route is typically the dungeon rooms where they're being held have 1 to 2 bones in them, and I need those.
You saved a village girl. You must protect her now.
There's spooky spiders here too. This whole place is spooky.
Yep. It's not this door, it's the next one.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so catching up on the chat. So how many girls do you save? Like, it's only 3 in total in this entire place, or
there's only 3 to save.
Okay, so you rescue all of them then.
So here's the last one. Is there any bones in the air? Appears not.
Right, I unplugged my headset by accident. It's my turn. The vampire smirks and flies away. The vampire is going to be an interesting fight for Osey, because it's a boss that likes to teleport.
Yeah, it's not just like it's our first case of a boss where there's like multiple vampires that you're actually fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm actually hoping that I can get the girls to come to the right side of the room here, because for whatever reason, the vampires will try and target the girls I'm trying to protect, which is great for me, because it keeps the vampires in a kind of like central area.
Mm-hmm. You're basically luring them there.
Yeah, like this. I want to keep them corralled. It's sad. I'm trying to save the village girls, but at the same time, I'm like, ooh, you guys are really excellent bait for these vampires.
Yeah, and thankfully they don't get turned in one single bite, so it's something that you can work with.
Now, you can kind of see how well they're doing based on their health bar.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna focus here a little bit.
Yeah, so basically the vampires here, I think 3 in total, they're super annoying, they love to teleport around, and actually Osey's since started doing this and rescuing the girls, so when we initially went over this boss, he actually didn't rescue them. That's something that's literally just brand new that he's kind of started. Looks like he'll get through this perfectly fine.
Yeah, I could have done that a little better, but whatever.
Yeah. Either way, one is slightly bitten more than the other, but they're all fine. Like, what's a few vampire bites between rescuees, I guess? I don't know.
So, yeah, I'll take this. Probably equip it.
Yeah, so the rock there really does help, because it knocks them down, you can basically do crowd control. And I guess now, since you have 9,900 more points or for score in that one, or is it just 9,000 in total?
It's 9,000 extra. It's one of those score bonuses that the game considers bonus points and is awarded as such.
Okay.
There's a lot of factors into your final score. You get a base score based on, like, say, the dungeon itself and the boss you kill.
Mm-hmm.
You gain additional score based on how fast you completed the dungeon as well. So it actually get rewarded for going fast in this game, which is really, really nice.
No, we didn't fail to save the girls. They were saved. They just got bitten a few times. That's all.
Yeah, they're completely fine. Don't worry, we have a priest.
They are perfectly fine. Worst case scenario is probably 20 years down the road, one might become a vampire because she got bit like 5 times. But don't worry. For us, that's not a problem.
The inside of the cave
I hate this dungeon at the start because skeletons are a thing.
Skeletons have some of the quickest attacks in the game, and Ozzy can't block for one, but has to get close to them to throw, and they will just straight up ruin Ozzy every now and then. So, and when they're in a big crowd, you can only grab one. There's 3 of them around. You're more likely to get hit than anything else.
Yeah, you can die very fast in this game if you let a bunch of enemies just crowd you. Which is why... Also, something that's, like, that is deceptively really hard to keep track of in this game, just casually, is... This is like Streets of Rage and stuff like that, where you can move up and down, and it's really easy to kind of lose track of your positioning because death.
Because death.
Also, I agree. Why wear clothes when you swim in the water for a living?
Yeah. Severe lack of muscles there.
A beautiful voice from your...
Like, unlike the dwarf, truly, the epitome of...
Scattered throughout the islands.
Yeah.
Look at that beard. Like...
Yeah, did you know that I have an ability where I literally just flex and I intimidate my foes to them doing less damage to me?
Yeah, just that much muscles. It's amazing. All these skeletons and stuff.
I hate zombies too. Zombies will play...
They'll play dead.
They'll play dead. They'll actually play dead. They're really good at it too. They're the best at playing dead. But what they do is they grab...
Yeah, and you have to shake out of that, or do they actually get thrown off on you?
You have to mash out of it.
Okay. Gargoyle Dad says, I need to go back and beat this. Is it okay solo? Would you recommend this game solo?
Yeah, like, certain classes are definitely more playable solo than others. Like, I would not recommend playing the Wizard or the Sorceress solo, because that's a lesson in frustration. But classes like the Dwarf, the Fighter, the Amazon, they're totally fun to play solo.
Okay, there you go. The whole reason these skeletons are so weak is they don't have muscles like the Dwarf.
Yeah.
If only they had muscles, they'd probably be able to intimidate you so you couldn't do much damage to them.
Yeah.
But you can see how the score is racking up quite a bit with the 10 points per coin. Like, the bigger bulk of monsters, they're all going to be dropping them, and if Ozzy does it right, basically they're all going to be dying in the same area because you're going to be dying for the throw damage. And it's just quick and easy to pick up that many points. It's a great ability for skill.
I also have an ability where I heal for coins I pick up as well. So it's usually a nice way to keep my health topped off.
Mm-hmm. Quick, efficient, gives you experience, and it heals you. What more could you ask for?
Alright, time for pirates. Or, as I like to call them, boulders with legs.
Yeah, so basically, they will have a lantern. We don't want them to have the lantern, so we don't grant them their wishes, essentially. But otherwise, they're...
A magic lantern. Not a lamp, mind you, a lantern. Even though he just called it a magic lamp, it is a lantern. I swear.
So basically, they're boulder with legs because, yeah, you just grab them and throw them. And there you go.
Have the magic lamp.
This is there's quite a few of them. They don't drop anything till the end of the fight, right? Because this is the boss, technically.
Get the lamp out of the pirate's
yeah, this is the boss. They're like, the health bar is just a general representation of all.
Yeah, I don't think he's like one of them has that much health. He's just one dies, they lose some. Sure, they're all Aladdins. Why not? They'll try to get the lantern.
Yeah, They're actually kind of clever, though. If they do pick up the magic lantern and try to summon the genie, they won't try to get away from you first before they try to rub it.
Well, makes sense.
It's kind of annoying.
Oh yeah, there's the bulk of them, but it's really hard to, like, if you didn't have the massive throw powers.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
That was almost a little awkward there.
There you go.
But we're done. We're done.
Huzzah! Nice save. Oh,
Yeah.
that last one just got thrown up against the wall too.
Yeah, it sucks when you with your throws or trying to grab somebody to throw them, because then you just look like an idiot.
The magic lamp granted a wish and flew off.
Level up.
You find the orb stolen by the Prime Minister.
So, next, is this when you get the fire barrel, or is it soon after?
You reclaim.
The next dungeon is
The golem, I think.
where the next box is the golem.
Okay.
Yeah, the true
The orb
escort
you
mission.
retrieved must be returned
Yeah,
to the
and
castle.
yeah, that one's gonna be interesting. I'll be doing
The
hopefully good
prince
commentary on
moved
that
the
one. I remember most of that fight
This
because
orb-
it's
well, I need it.
I don't want to say it's timed,
After
but Ozzy
completing
probably
a
can do it
large task,
consistently to the
you
point
return to a
where
normal-
what I've seen with it before, he'll be able to do it again.
You tell the
And hopefully good RNG blesses him.
Yeah.
Actually, how much RNG is in the battles?
In the battles, quite a bit, because bosses will do various attacks. They vary depending on like how close you are, if
You
you're in front of
entered
them,
Lucane's
that sort of
tower
thing.
To ask about his request.
Okay.
But some of it is pretty
When you
manageable.
submit-
It's just
so
a matter of
touch
you
power
being
from
able to
Lucane
react
equals-
what the boss is about to do. Like, the bosses will tell you.
You
There's a
head to the
sign,
ancient
there's a
temple
tell
ruins at Lucane's Bay.
for their attacks.
Yeah, like the Minotaur is the best one if you watch that battle closely, because yeah, he would sit there and he'd wind up his giant axe and then throw it down and stuff. Like they all have easy tells and stuff like that.
In the age of the gods,
Some are
mankind
quicker than
built
others.
A giant tower in a sacred place in an attempt to reach the world of the gods. That arrogance angered the gods, and it is said that
Big
the
bulky
entire
knights
city
and the one
was
wizard.
murdered.
Horrible party makeup. You have two wizards. Yeah, this game was made very tongue in cheek. The narrator is Ozzy. What is the story of this game?
Where's the story? I don't know, man.
You just throw
There,
things. Right?
there was this creepy dying lady that I just saw, and I don't know anymore. She looks very sickly.
You meet a
She should probably stop being bitten by a thing. She'll probably get better.
Yeah. But the story of the game is extremely one note. I will not defend this game as a story-based game at all. It's really just here's an excuse to go to a dungeon and kill things. Have
Yeah.
Okay. This room's always a little tight because you got enemies coming in from both sides.
Yeah.
And again, it's like I'm cleaning these fights up pretty effectively, but that's also because I am trying to take advantage of my invincibility frames whenever I do a power smash, or I'm trying to grab an enemy and throw them into a crowd so that they're all knocked down.
Yeah.
And I'm also specifically targeting the mages as soon as possible so that they don't cast anything, because mages casting spells bad. You ever play D&D? Never let the enemy wizard cast fireballs.
No. The second they start trying to chant or something, you go after them, you deal with them as quickly as possible. And oh yeah, we actually can explain as well. You have durability on your weapon.
Yes, all the equipment in this game has a durability. It's not a huge deal for the dwarf, and is actually one of the biggest benefits. Because throwing is based off your strength stat and not your weapon stat.
Yeah. So
So
when you're
it
going
actually-
up in levels, it helps a lot more.
I still want to equip like decent weapons throughout because I use other weapon-based attacks that are based off of the weapon damage.
Another beehive or bug hive or whatever insects those are. Actually, what he did beneath there to finish it was the area of effect attack. You have certain iframes during that, right?
Yeah, Power Smash when you're in the animation of using it, and a little bit after you've used it, you are completely invincible. And we use that to great effect in some fights because we need that extra survivability.
Yeah, because Ozzy cannot block. Keep that in mind as he's going through these hordes of monsters, is he can't do anything. So if something gets out of hand or winds up, he has very little time to react to what's happening instead of just pulling out a shield and blocking.
Where's that mage? There he is. This room's a little awkward. Because I'm actually only needed to kill the mages in this room here in order to progress. So, yeah, knowing which enemies I actually need to kill and which ones I absolutely don't is really important.
Alright, so here is the golem. Basically... Alright, golems have a lot of health. Golems can damage each other. So Ozzy's going to have to lead his golem into battle.
Yeah, I like to imagine it as like fantasy Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Yeah, that's basically what's going on. And Ozzy's going to try to find bombs from the goblins. I think they normally have them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know the goblins can pick up the bombs again. But you'll see Ozzy run all the way to the side, and he'll throw a bomb. And he'll go all the way back and do it again, because that damage he does with the bomb is so much considerably more than what Ozzy can do by throwing enemies. So it's better to run back and forth repeatedly, throw the little bomb, and keep doing that. And hopefully he can shave off an attack cycle from the golem, basically. So basically, this whole battle is basically managing all of the monster hordes, making sure they don't go near you. Find a bomb, grab that bomb, throw that towards the other golem. And, actually I should explain as well. When you're doing your area of effect attack, power attack, you see like a little red X on the ground. That's where his item is. He has to go back and grab it. It doesn't just automatically come back to him. So if Ozzy gets pushed around the map, he might have to go back and grab that. I'm right about that, right? Like he doesn't automatically come to you? Before I put my foot
No, I have to pick it. I have to go over, walk over, and pick it up.
Okay. So yeah, you can see the bomb damage is racking up quite heavily against this golem. But once the golems actually be able to attack each other, you'll see how much damage can be done by these golems. But I'd say Ozzy's in a really good position right now. You're getting a lot of bomb drops. Is that normal, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, I can kill this boss in two golem hits, so I'm just gonna let him do it. This fight's basically over now.
Yeah, so you can see how much damage the golem's swipe does. But thanks to Ozzy's efforts with the bombs, he's able to end it that much quicker.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, golem. Oh, there's a second page with bosses I'm forgetting about. Oh, sorry for that. I forgot I actually wrote on the other side of the pages for once. I'm like, wow, you're so like no, it's not the Archdemon next. Warlock, then the fun one. All sorts of fun after this next boss.
Yeah.
You can feel unspeakable evil.
So we get to go back to the temple. Because I have to go back in here, I'm just gonna go ahead and pray. Get that Adventurer's Boon bonus again, because why not? You're here, you have to come here.
You might as well. Like, you're not going out of your way on like other parts.
Yeah. You just mostly need to come back here because for whatever reason, this crazy old man, who is incredibly malnourished, but somehow looks somewhat better than any woman you've seen in this game so far.
Some muscles are better than no muscles, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The magician Wallace, who disappeared, is Lucane's friend. You must tell him of this surprising encounter.
So yeah, we're done here in town. We got our next story objective. We're gonna go do that.
Wallace, even morning. Oh, how could I? You infiltrate the Mage's Tower to find the dragons.
So, Mage's Tower.
Yes, that's the Warlock.
Yep, Warlock boss fight. You'll never guess what we'll encounter in the Mage's Tower.
A swordsman.
I'm gonna have to hit you later.
Oh, I know. I fear for my safety RPG that would break if I go.
Yeah. I mean, I could just bring up your least favorite things. And they're like, hey, chat, could you
hey, how about
word in chat? Yeah, and that's what I thought from you, Johnny.
Yeah.
But we understand each other so well. And then,
good friend question mark, right?
Yeah.
So this is the second last normal location, right?
A half-naked.
So after that, you're going to be doing the B-sides of things?
No, we have one more after this.
That's what I'm saying. This is the second last.
Yeah. Oh, yes, second last.
Yeah. So after this is I don't know what order he does them in afterwards, but you'll definitely be seeing the same levels for the first part, and then I think when those cutscenes normally happen where that muscles person was, that's when you can normally take the alternate paths, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, the second half of the game is when you have to go back to the same dungeons, but you take a different route through the dungeons, and you fight completely different bosses.
Yeah. Oh, so many golems. You're trying to throw them off into the hole, right? Or are they just trying to...
Oh, I could. I actually kind of want them to die, because they drop coins, and I can use that to heal right now.
Fair enough.
It's an elevator. I can't speed it up, no matter what I do.
So you had an escort mission and an auto-scroller. Oh my goodness. Don't forget the bones.
Yeah, I want them.
Gotta pick up all them bones.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue picking up until I can't carry anymore. With the max is 28.
Yeah. Because you already revived 2 people, right? So you already...
And do not expect me to actually keep mental track of how many I've actually picked up. There isn't a really easy way for me to check without going back to...
Don't worry, I'm sure chat has you. Chat will be happy to tell you how many you have in your inventory right now.
How boned am I, chat? How boned am I?
How boned is Ozzy?
I think I'm pretty boned.
I'm so glad you worked up that joke as well at the same time. I'm proud of that. At least one. There you go. You have at least one in your inventory.
Shawnee, I can show you the world.
Yeah. So basically, every vehicle has a very, very sad life in this run. Because you get bonuses for finishing these things with the vehicle, I believe, right?
Yeah, you do.
But they're slow. So the easiest thing to do is to destroy all vehicles. Think of them like the Batmobile. They have to get blown up for effect.
The molten lava.
Oh, so Jasmine looks more like a thief today than anything.
Steer the magic carpet and keep it from burning.
Can those lava hands actually attack you, or is it...
Yeah, they can hurt me.
Okay, so you're trying to avoid damage while destroying the vehicle.
Yes.
There's no more carpet anymore, so... But it's okay, we have muscles and a beard and a cape, we're good. Ah, the Warlock, here we go. So, I'll be taking over this again. Basically, the Warlock is a very, very annoying fight. He likes to float around, teleport, and in general, he's a real nuisance. He has a wide variety of attacks, and you can normally tell what he's going to be doing based on the orb color. And right now it's red, so obviously it'd be also fire related. I think that's his circle of fire attack if you were to get it off.
Yeah.
He has a circle of lightning and a lightning area of effect kind of thing. Yeah, sorry, yeah, lightning in front of himself and a lightning area of effect that will randomly hit around the map. And basically he has one last spell that Ozzy does not want to see, which is meteors. If meteors come up, they're basically a one-hit kill versus Ozzy at this point, and death is very likely at that point if you can't avoid them. But we have Boulder Friend. And Boulder Friend is great. Everyone should praise Boulder Friend. And I don't have a pun that relates to the word boulder, and I'm kind of sad, actually. Oh well. So basically, I don't know what that means, but all 4 of them are there. I think he's just building up stages of his combat, right? Or is it? Okay. And yeah, basically, this whole thing is basically you can't block. Do your best you can with boulder. You use the area of effect attack, flinch, and go at it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's doing meteors right now, but I dodged it and deathless too. That's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. I remember actually. Oh, all his little orbs destroyed too with damage. Even though you can hit them. Like how the thief comes in at the last second. Like, I'm here.
I'm here to help.
Your treasure.
Yeah. He is basically my intelligent monkey.
Successful in slaying one of the Mornion leaders.
Occasionally.
However, you didn't find the dragon.
Boulder pun will roll off your tongue soon. The thing is, I actually had a pun initially for that, but when I actually said that out loud, I forgot my pun. So, funny if it was like tree related. Then I could say I'm stumped, but oh well. So now we are on the last normal dungeon of the A side, and this is where things get very annoying for Ozzy.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we're gonna be fighting Gazer.
First.
Yeah.
Gazer sucks.
He's an aboleth.
You must ask King Bean to write a formal letter.
And oh, we can't use the magic gate anymore to just instantly teleport to the dungeon we want to use.
Yeah.
This is when the game introduced the stable, and it basically functions the same way as it did before, but you have to pay money to use the stable. Oh, and I went into the castle.
Has forbidden the use
Damn
of the
it.
gate,
Oh,
and the ruins
bad me.
You should ask Samuel what.
Why didn't I just use fast travel? It's because this is why you don't talk in speedrun, folks.
The use of the
Yeah.
gate.
It's hard.
This is why he somehow recruited me.
She asked.
Let's see here. I want to get Grand Smash, Fire Barrel.
But you can try.
You're back.
So we're gonna go ahead and equip our Fire Barrels, because these are a really handy item to have.
Ah, yes, they're great. I love the animation. I love everything about these fire barrels. They're great.
You venture into the lost
It
world.
makes things go boom.
Yeah, we should also explain potions as well. Like you can use them 5 times in a dungeon, and you have like for each use.
Well, it depends. Like some potions, actually, you can only use 3 times. Actually, like the healing potions I have.
Yeah. So this is going to be. You'll see one particular screen where the fire bells can be incredibly useful because Wake golems don't tend to like fire.
It is said that only the hermit
Nah,
who lives
they really
there
don't.
actually knows the
Yeah,
way
so-
Boom!
Just that simple. You group them all together, and just that fun. That much of a time save too. It's worth going away to grab. And you use it for a couple other places too, right? For
Use them on boss fights because they do a significant amount of damage. So it's just free extra damage at that point.
this game is not from Atlas. It's published by Atlas. It's made by Vanillaware.
Yeah, Vanillaware is the game developer. It was, I think this particular version, the Pro version, which I'm currently playing, that came out on PS4, was also was published by Sega.
Okay. I love his classy backflips going into a cave. More games should have that. Also, more games should have objectives of eat apple in the tutorial.
It's good for you. An apple day keeps the doctor away.
Little known fact, doctors are vampires to apples.
They're definitely allergic.
Yeah. As someone who's allergic to apples myself.
You're not missing out much. Alright.
I'm missing the core of it, right?
Exactly. So I'm on a boat.
Yep.
I don't want to be on a boat.
Nope. The boat is gonna be like carpet. It's gonna have to get destroyed.
This is actually a really hard thing to do fast because of one, obviously I want to steer the boat into whirlpools, despite what the narrator tells me. I don't trust
he's
him.
being wrong.
He just doesn't know what he's talking about.
Avoid the whirlpools.
I actually want the fish to land into the boat and not accidentally kill the fish.
Yeah, because it does more damage.
It typically takes 3 fish.
I love the thief is getting ransacked by the fish, though. Also, if you have time, you should show off your flexing animation while you're waiting.
Oh, I fell off the boat before I could. Oh well.
Oh, sorry, no muscles there. It's all Ozzy's fault.
We'll get muscles later. There's plenty more opportunities to do it. Oh,
You swallow a lot
weird.
of water, but you are able
Never
to
mind.
swim to the
You got more
shadows
bones. That's all that matters.
Is there one particular enemy, other than the zombies and skeletons, that you naturally fear to run?
Not really. I mean, we're maxed out on bones. Good.
Okay, good. So we have at least one.
Yeah, we're not quite done with bones yet. I can still get boned
Yes.
later. It's a very, very sad thing if it were to happen. Hopefully it doesn't, because it would be a nasty time loss that would be outside of my control.
Also, I have to appreciate the animations for like that clay enemy. Like he kept throwing stuff at him and pieces of his body were falling off. Like the animations for the enemies are really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's dinosaurs. That's nice.
Yeah.
No dinosaurs.
This game's got a little bit of, like, have you ever heard of Golden Axe?
I heard it's a game that this game was based on. Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Yeah, basically, it has a lot of inspiration from that with the beast riding mechanics in this game, where they're...
But Golden Axe doesn't have as many muscles, so...
No, but they had less clothes.
True. So the little green lizards are the things locking the screen right now.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna focus here, because it's...
Yeah, so this is the Gazer. This is essentially more or less excuse me, the final boss for like the A-side things. Because after this, we'll be doing the alternate routes inside all of the dungeons. The Gazer is incredibly annoying.
Main eye can
And if
nullify
Ozzy
your
and
magic
DB tell me,
effects.
no,
Beware.
shut up so you can quiet that, okay?
No, you can talk. I'm just gonna focus.
Exactly,
I tuned you out.
Okay, well that's normal anyway. So basically, it has a couple attacks. It can grow in size and do a laser attack. It has a bite, which is equivalent of grab. It can grab you. It is incredibly annoying. I think it's actually a really quick build-up. It can teleport. And yeah, there's one of his attacks there on my screen. I don't know what time it did for you guys, but whatever. I think you can also dodge those purple orbs by attacking them, if I remember correctly too. But basically, yeah, this is like the real challenge for doing the speedrun. This is something that Ozzy just hates fighting, basically. Because it takes a lot of concentration. He's doing a really, really good job keeping him under control.
Yeah.
Then you can see the power of attack, or area of effect attack happening again. Every time you set a little red arrow, you can pick up an item.
Grab me. No.
Oh, you got you with the bite? Sorry, the animation looks great. It chomps your head. Oh, so you died?
Yeah, I died.
I
Sorry if you're hearing a little bit ahead of me right now. I am playing with a little bit of a delay at the moment. It's just a stream delay because it's just how the streaming setup is, unfortunately. Just trust me when I say I'm very stressed out by this boss right now.
Yeah, don't worry. So basically, like, I don't think you fight another boss like this the entire run. This is like the real end for this kind of thing. So thankfully there's not like a duplicate that he's going through the B-sides. Actually, all the bosses are actually very unique. Not many of them are like each other. They share common traits. Also, GG on that. Because now they have to do the second part.
Yep. Alright, we're at level 11 though, so we're about to go into the second half of the game at level 11. So let that sink in a little bit and realize the bosses at this point forward are going to be level 18.
Yeah, so at this point, Ozzy's going to be at a... everything he did now, basically, was, hey, he did a thing, now the game's like, no, we're going to try to kill you now. Like, everything's going to be able to do a huge chunk of damage to him. He's going to be underleveled for actually the entire run now.
Yeah, and in fact, we're so underleveled right now, I'm actually going to go out of my way to kind of do something to boost my level.
Oh, how can I?
Yeah. Because Ozzy's going to need all the advantages he can
myriad
get.
silent. Once Highland is.
So we're going to go to the Adventurers Guild, and we're going to get 2 side quests. We're going to get Search and Resurrection, and Henrietta's automatic doll.
9 talismans to defeat the ancient.
Search and Resurrection gives a lot of experience points for the amount of work we're going to put in. But we're going to, in order to accomplish this side quest, you need to resurrect 30 bones.
Yep. So basically, Ozzy has already done everything he needs to fulfill this quest by picking up all those bones. If he would have missed a couple, he'd have to go into another place, grab bones.
I'd need 2 more. I can only hold 28.
Yep. So that's why he resurrected 2 people at the beginning of the game. So
No, that doesn't count. It only counts as soon as I get the quest.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah. You have to acquire the quest, then do it all at once.
Okay. So is that when you do Henrietta's doll, because you can pick up a couple bones during that time?
Yeah, Henrietta's doll is picked up because it also gives another 5,000 XP. We're going to go accomplish that while simultaneously getting the 2 other bones I need in order to finish this quest. So we're gaining 20,000 experience points very fast without having to do another dungeon.
And on top of that as well is, this is like the version change that Ozzy was talking about, is if you play the other version that you can hold 30, is it 31 or 32?
32.
32. You'd be able to start and do this quest immediately. But because of that, Ozzy planned ahead and stuff like that, so he has an alternate. I thought the other 2 you arrived at the beginning actually counted. I guess that's part of the tutorial, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, the Search and Resurrection only becomes available until you get to the second half of the game. You can't accept it till then. So we're going to go into the tavern, and we're going to go ahead and part with a couple allies, because there is a limit on how many allies you can have stored in your backlog, and we want to make room for more.
So say goodbye to all these people who did not make the cut.
Yep, we got the quest, we're gonna go to the Mage's Tower, so there is a very, very small chance that no bones will spawn at the Mage's Tower. Hopefully that does not happen. We need 2.
Oh, we can also explain as well your the money route, we'll put in quotations.
Money? What money?
Exactly.
Okay, we got bones. Nice, we're good.
Huzzah.
The Mage's Tower.
So, in order to get to Henrietta's doll, you need to grab the shield off a wall and reflect a spell with that shield that causes the secret door to open up.
Yep.
And that's it. And then you use the pointer, click on the doll, quest achieved. Congratulations! And the best part is we can collect all the bones, do the side quests, and not have to fully complete the dungeon. You can leave a dungeon at any time and have the quest complete still.
Yeah, thus, obviously, was that an owlbear? I think it was, actually.
Yeah, they're owlbears.
But they're muscly, so that's probably why you noticed it.
Yep, so we got the 2 we need. Resurrect these bones. We're good. I didn't get bone. Yay.
How much do you think that priest lifts for weights?
Wandering one.
Like that is the.
How can I help?
Must
Have you
lose priest.
seen old library books? Those are monstrous. He probably lifts books.
Yeah, clearly. Like, pick up a book, get ripped. There you go. Just that simple.
So, here we go. We're level 13 there.
Turn the page over.
And this, we're level 14. So that got us 3 levels right there. That
Yeah.
is really going to help us out. And we're going to go ahead and still spend these skill points while we're here.
What are you spending them on?
Just increasing the base skills that I already have.
Okay.
Including Fire Barrel, because getting 1 more point in Fire Barrel means we can carry that much more Fire Barrels.
Fire barrels are always good.
Uh-huh, and I can't remember if I did. Okay, I didn't. Just checking my equipment that I can wear, because I'm pretty sure I have a cloak I can wear that I want to. Yep, right here.
How do you repair your weapons?
You go to a shop and repair. Yeah, I'm good. We're gonna go fight Medusa now.
Yep. Let's see. There's 19 bosses in the game, if I remember correctly. There's 9 dungeons, 9 B-side dungeons essentially, and then there's 1 final boss. So all the bosses that he's done so far, are the B-sides slower or easier to get through than the A-sides for like lengthwise?
They're about the same. Some vary.
Okay.
Some are really short,
Some quiescent,
which is nice.
some far less so.
And can you repeat quests or dungeons and stuff if you're playing casually?
Yeah, you can just repeat dungeons as much as you want.
Okay, so you find one that you can really do easily, you can grind off that for casual players.
Yep.
So this is where the you're deviating to the other path now. I like how you stopped for the bones briefly.
I know. Habits die hard, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is there a swole dragon? You'll have to wait and find out. All these owl bears.
Yep. There's like another enemy that's causing my screen to lock. Where?
Do you think owl bears give a hoot about forests? I'm not sorry.
You're never sorry.
I know, I'm never sorry.
Alright, I'm gonna focus here because Medusa is actually kind of a tough fight for the dwarf.
Yeah, so basically, all the other ones we've always had Boulder Friend, or something equivalent like the Boulder with legs with the pirates. There's no Boulder here anymore. We don't know what to do, so we actually have to play the game, and actually do well. The Medusa actually is a really cool boss because when our eyes go yellow, you actually either can do the area of effect attack and use the iframes to dodge it, or you can turn your back to her, like you should do, because otherwise you get petrified.
Look into her eyes.
The fire barrels do a good amount of damage. The snakes and stuff are annoying. I can't remember how much the power or the area of effect actually does comparatively to normal attacks.
I tried to dodge. Oh well.
Yeah, and again, you have to remember that Ozzy cannot block. Other classes, I believe, can. But he also has throw, which I think other classes don't have. So.
Yeah, I can like throw my weapon if I want to. Okay, she's dead. Nice.
Okay, cool.
It's a tense fight because the snakes can grab you, and she can grab you as well, and grabbing, you can still get hit while you're being grabbed, which really sucks.
Poor Snack.
Yeah. I did not get the dungeon bonus I wanted, unfortunately. But we're going to do cooking now. I'm going to focus here and make sure I cook things right. So, you want to explain cooking?
I can explain what very little I know. So, cooking is when you use food, and you put them in pots and pans. So basically, cooking will give Ozzy some buffs. And basically, it's based on how well you cook, how you cook, and what toppings you use, I believe, are the 3 criteria. There might be more, I'm not too sure. But Ozzy's going to be doing his best to get as much as he can from this. So you can see that there's a timer on the top. That's his time limit for cooking. And he has to make sure things do not get burnt. You just can't put stuff in a pot and ignore it, like in real life. You actually have to make sure you take things out and do things efficiently. So, and as well, he has to eat as well. So he's doing everything he possibly can to eat, cook, not do the dishes. Ironically, that's a shame. I would love to see if there's no dishes. And then he also has to make sure he memorizes what topping. There's 3 different seasonings, we'll call them, for each dish that he can make, and some are better with others. And the best ones will give you like a multiplier of like 1.4, I think you said before. And others will give like 1.1. So you should really be paying attention to what seasonings you use. Other than that is basically what you see is Ozzy's doing a wonderful job of just putting everything on and cooking and stuff like that. Everyone should be getting hungry. Although I don't know what the... I don't know if that's bats on the left-hand side. You could potentially
Yep, those
cook.
are bats.
Okay, cool. Cooking bats. So, yeah, that is the cooking minigame. I guess we'll call it for now. But, yeah, hopefully Ozzy got all the points and everything that he needed from that. You're mostly going for score, right?
Yeah, I'm mostly going for score, most of the score bonus and the attack bonus.
Yeah.
It wasn't my best performance of cooking in this, honestly. I've done better, but it's sometimes just the pointer controls isn't super accurate, so there's a little bit of a error with that.
And he had 2.08 times his health there, because he started off the dungeon with 720. How batty is that dish? Yes. Eating meat doesn't make you sick, yeah. Yeah, so basically, these are... Medusa was the first, would you say B-side, alternate dungeon? Like, how would you call them? B-path. But we can see Ricky, or Mackie, or whichever mouse you want to call him. Ricky? Okay, we'll call him Ricky. When you see those cutscenes again, that's when you can normally go on the alternate.
You learn that the labyrinth was built.
So the first part of the mission or the dungeon will always be the same, and then after that, you'll see the deviation. And your thief can't die, right?
Nope, he is completely invincible, much to my displeasure when I'm bored in town.
Yeah, so... but yeah, you can see Ozzy's making them... Or, no, he just opens up treasure chests whenever he wants, right?
You have to tell the thief to open up the treasure chest.
Do you just do that every now and then just for the fun?
Well, sometimes I try to because I want to increase my odds of finding gear that is better than what I currently have.
I love that clay enemy so much, just the way it breaks and regenerates.
I don't like it. It's got a grab attack that takes forever if it gets you.
Oh, you might not like it. I like it from watching.
Bloody freaking duh! So nice for you. I'm so glad you're benefiting from this enemy that I personally think is kind of garbage.
Well, you say it's kind of garbage. It more looks like clay.
I walked into that one. No, don't grab me, don't grab me.
Yeah, so you can see the red zombies are the worst, right?
Oh yeah, the fact that I got 2 red zombies here spawn really sucks because I don't have an effective way to fight them. So, oh my god, I can't kill these things.
Yeah, so this is the... Oh yeah, keep grabbing it.
I hate red zombies so much. Red zombies can't be grabbed. It's really unfortunate for the character.
Oh, I see. That's why.
If I could just grab them, it'd be so nice.
Okay, so this is the Cyclops. They look doofy. You got Boulder Friend now again, so Boulder Friend's gonna help. And you're gonna see a hand come out of the right-hand side of the screen every now and then and try to open a gate, which will let in more Cyclopses. You don't want that. So basically, every time you see the hand come up, he's going to do a power or area of effect attack and destroy it, which will close the gate again. And basically, the whole point of this one here is basically you're trying to do as much management as you possibly can to make sure that no new Cyclopses come in. And I think the door has to be fully open for that to happen, right?
Yeah. Basically, if you let them push the door back open, another one will spawn in.
Yeah. So thankfully, the one area of effect attack can take that out quite easily. So that's why you'll see Ozzy just hop back over there quickly, pick up the weapon, use it quickly, and then just go back to throwing Boulder Friend. No, Dragon's Dogma was made by Capcom. It's actually an interesting game, but it's nothing like this one.
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma is more like a 3D action-adventure RPG. This is 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up RPG.
Yeah.
Heavy on the beat-em-up, but it's got enough RPG stuff mechanically that it is a little bit more interesting. It's also has a number of things that are very Diablo-like. Like, the equipment is very random, and the equipment is more or less the source of progression in this game. Levels really only carry you so far. Equipment is what you're really aiming for when you're playing this casually.
And you can always... Oh, which is the next one? Oh, yes, this is Gargoyle Gate.
No, this is Archdemon.
Oh. Oh, you changed the red on me, did you?
Yeah.
You changed the papers. Jeez. How rude.
I told you this earlier. Weren't you listening?
I know. No, clearly not. Okay, Archdemon, I got
this. This was on the test, sir. You failed.
Medusa, Cyclops, Archdemon. Oh, yeah, you're right. I did write down, too. It's over here. Oh well.
Oh well, indeed, yeah. Archdemon's level 29, and we're still level 14. But because we have that bonus attack buff, this is a lot more manageable from cooking. It really helps. It also helps that it's a boulder fight too, and boulder has a base damage bonus when you use it. So I'm really happy Boulder Friend is with us for that fight.
Yeah. So, my notes initially said this was one of the final two bosses that you could go to, but now I have to rechange things. So my paper notes are now worthless. Thank you.
Oh, hey, you know, I look out for you all the time, Sean.
Of course. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, so this is actually normally, like Ozzy said, this is a level 29 boss, right?
Yeah, it's a level 29 boss.
Yeah, so before this, on my papers here, I'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 other bosses before this to get the right levels, but with the food and the bonuses and stuff like that, it does help that much. Where Ozzy can just now skip to the Archdemon.
It's still a tight fight, but when you do it like this, it is faster overall because you've got that bonus. You're not going back to town. Because every time you go back to town, you're leaving the dungeons. You're not progressing forward with the dungeons. So anytime I'm trying to save time by not going back to the dungeons helps. Even loot, and it's kind of weird as well. The food bonus is really, really nice for the most part. Oh god, I'm frozen. That's why I was like, why can't I control?
Oh yeah, you. Also, there's items that Ozzy can pick up, like crossbows and stuff, and they actually look really cool and look fun to use. You'll definitely see that during the Red Dragon fight.
Stop moving.
Oh wow, he's owning you.
They're Bofar because they're playing the range game. They have crossbows and they know it.
Yeah, crossbows are based off what stat?
Dex.
Okay, so.
Darn! My god, I'm getting wrecked by these blue skeletons. That's unfortunate.
You keep your boost though until you lose all your lives, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, that'd be extremely unfair and risky.
Okay, finally.
King of Dragons.
Won't get
Here's-
the dragons.
here's Oh yeah, this is not the Archdemon at all.
No, this
Guys.
is not the Archdemon. This is Satan. Hi, Satan.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, Satan's just here. Just say hi to Satan, chat. Make sure you're polite. Wish him well. He's going on a trip for him.
He's not having a good day. Currently bound up. Can't really move very well. Can't really fight back.
No, it seems like he's having just a bad day. Even Satan could have a bad day. Ozzy's got to be a little bit careful. He has 13 health right now.
Actually, I kind of want to die right now. I'm hoping he could kill me. Oh, nope, never mind. They're too slow.
Bye, Satan.
So, this is a room where actually the enemies I need to kill in here to get through fast is these braziers. Yeah.
So yeah, grab things, throw them at it. We don't have Boulder Friend, but we have other substitutes. This game's script is great. It's definitely very tongue-in-cheek. You'll definitely see with a later boss. I'm sure chat will recognize what it's referencing. Like, obviously, Ricky is referencing something.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was a completely original character.
Oh yeah, just like the that Gandork standing at the town, right? It's really hard to make fun of Gandalf's name. It's not very unique. Or I guess it is too unique of a name. So those weights are coming down from the ceiling. Can you do anything to them, or are they just permanent traps in that area?
They're basically stage hazards.
Okay. So you can't really do too much about them other than just avoid them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, let me through. Thank you. Alright, Archdemon time. I'm gonna focus.
Yeah. So, this is apparently, again, out of order, so he's definitely gonna have to focus, because he should have been a much higher level. But then again, stat boosts. The Archdemon is a little bit tougher than the other bosses. He can teleport, he can jump, he can grab, and he can do a flame sword. Those are his basic attacks. Basically what Ozzy's gonna want is not to get bit. I think that's a poison element on him right now too.
Yeah, he has a poison bite attack.
Yeah, so basically what Ozzy's gonna try to do is Boulder. He always wants to go behind the Archdemon, so his turning animation will be taking up a lot of time, and then basically he was gonna switch over and then use the Boulder, and he's gonna keep trying to abuse that animation as much as possible. I can see with the boss battle. Unfortunately, Boulder Friend doesn't really stun him like the other bosses, and it's really, really annoying for that reason, because, oh well, there's his teleport there. Again, stream delay, I don't know when that will be, but he did do a teleport by the time I said that.
I misread that attack. That's another
Flame
death.
circle? Yeah.
Yeah, flame circle. That's really hard to get out of the way in time. As awesome as the Dwarf is, you are not the most nimble character.
No. Actually, who is the quickest character for movement?
Elf.
The elf?
Yeah.
Oh, there's another fight. So, basically, yeah, that's basically going to be the whole thing. He is very similar to Warlock. He's probably the excuse me. If bosses were to share a lot of traits, you can compare him easily with Warlock. But unfortunately, he again doesn't flinch, so this is the very annoying part of these battles. Ozzy looks like he's doing quite well, and also Ozzy pointed out a while ago. I was discussing this game with him. The fire barrels do more damage when they explode, or when the enemies set them off, than when you set them off and throw them.
Yeah, it feels that way at least to me.
Yeah, so that's why occasionally you'll see Ozzy just put down a fire barrel.
There, I accidentally picked it up instead of the boulder.
Boulder friend, no. Yeah, but you can see it. This is not a fun fight to do when you're at this point. I think 16 levels under. Because I think you're level 13 right now, if I remember correctly.
14.
14. Okay.
And he's 29. But
Yeah.
there we go. All right, I'm glad we're done. I'm glad we're done. That was not a great fight. I died twice. It's a fight that's manageable, but it's very, very easy to die. But we're returning to town now.
Yeah, so you'll get your lives back. I think you lose your boost from eating, right?
Yeah, we lose all that boost.
Yeah, but you did the thing and you got rid of the archdemon, which is most important.
Demon, the archdemon.
And now you're level 19 from that. So
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I want to keep this for later. It might be in a better because again, gear is pretty dependent on luck dependent.
yeah.
Let's see.
Oh yeah. So the other thing we actually haven't been pointing out during these battles, and it's sorry on my end. Ozzy has a time limit every single of these fights since Medusa.
To defeat the ancient dragon.
And the narrator actually is the timer. So the timer, I don't know if there's actually like a tangible time per, or if it shares or whatever. But eventually he'll start.
Some boss fights actually don't start a timer until you do something very specific.
Yeah, like the Red Dragon would be one of them, right?
Yeah.
So we're on to Kraken.
Yep, Kraken. Now that we're level 19 and we cut, because even though because we did dungeons back to back and we had that food bonus as well, we gain a lot of experience points, but we don't actually level up and gain those experience points until we go back to town. It just doesn't tally up until then.
Yeah, but that's why all of a sudden Ozzy got 5 levels when the subquest I think only gave you 3 that you did.
Yeah.
So that just shows how much that's worth. And since he's a higher level, these will go by a little bit easier than what was intended initially.
The extra levels really do help out.
Yeah.
There's that sickly, horribly thin mermaid that has absolutely no meat on her. I don't know why these women are also horribly malnourished.
I don't know.
A beautiful voice. Which part?
So yeah, so basically back to skeletons, throw skeletons. I love how they reassemble themselves, but if you throw a skeleton into...
Come on, I want to break this up.
if you throw skeletons into the skeletons, they reassemble themselves to fall apart again. So...
Alright, so we're on another Other-Scroller ship. We could defend this ship.
But where's the fun in that?
Yeah, I mean, this ship needs to be recycled, and I see no reason to stop the Kraken from destroying the ship at all.
This is a very, very... I don't know what place actually this game takes place on, but the ship will capsize. Oh no! But the thing is, they're trying to make an underwater eco station for fish. So this thing's doing a great environmental thing.
Yes.
Except minus the gunpowder, that probably will blow up the fish. But either way. So yeah. Oh, flex while you can.
Yeah, I'm flexing. Flex.
Yeah. Flex those muscles.
Oh, well, I can't flex if I have no ground to stand on, unfortunately.
Oh well. Oh, I hope everyone enjoyed the flex. Thank you, chat, for joining and flexing. Also, I love how you're always like unconscious after that. The brief time where you're like just on waking up.
Shallow water and avoid drowning.
Would there be any reason for you to pick up any more bones?
Now it's your turn. Press your
I'm going to pick some bones later, but not now. Because I want to pick up the bones when I'm going to be at my highest level.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because they're made to your level, right?
Yeah, they scale with you.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember when you were initially reviving them all, they were at level.
Alright, time for the Kraken. I'm going to focus here.
Yeah. So, oh geez, I have to find where it is. Oh, here we go. That one. So basically, there's two tentacles in this fight. Sorry, too much Pokemon there. Tentacles, not tentacles. There's a huge difference. You have to make sure you take them out first, or else you're not going to be able to do any damage to the actual or Kraken, depending on how you pronounce it. But basically, the Kraken can spit up poison. The tentacles can respawn if you take too long. And again, this boss does have a time limit, and if Ozzy were to fail it, he would be removed and have to do this dungeon again. There's a tidal wave there that just happened. Again, based on that. And yeah, that's basically the boss battle in a nutshell. And it's management using Boulder Friend. Boulder Friend is the best thing in this game. Yeah, exactly. Keep crushing it with a rock, keep throwing stuff at it. Throws are super fun to look at. Each time I've watched Ozzy's speedrun, it's always been fun just to see all the enemies flying all over the screen.
And that was really good fight. I didn't die.
That was very good.
Yeah. That was mostly me abusing invincibility frames with Power Smash.
Yeah. Plus, it also looks like an onion. Just point that out there.
You guys ready for some more epic speedrun cooking? Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to freaking stuff my face in.
Alright, you know, I think I need chat's help. Tell me your favorite meal. Because we have 99 seconds to kill. So tell me what your favorite meal is.
For you will need to be prepared for the day ahead.
Yeah.
Fish and rabbit. Pizza. Pizza's good. Raw octopus. Have some spaghetti and go to bed. I understand that reference. Chicken parmesan. Actually, gonna be that later. Beef Wellington. That is a really good choice. Oh, there's a rabbit there all of a sudden. Venison and chips. Cheesecake. Cheesecake is not a meal. You shouldn't have that as a meal. It should be after a meal. Sushi.
Sushi's amazing.
I can't stand it. Things that are in the sea should stay in the sea. Super spicy chili with extra meat and peppers. I like the way you think. Big slice of steak. Cinnamon roll. Again, not really a meal. Drino dust on rye. Oh, that's great. Grass sandwich, buffalo wings.
I'm gonna eat more.
Yeah, says me. I'm talking. Meatloaf. Meatloaf is actually quite nice. Actually, if you apparently add pickle juice into a meatloaf, it tastes really good. Try it sometime. That's not a joke.
I use buttermilk.
Yeah, buttermilk also works too, but yeah. Deep fried memes, that's something I can get behind. Macaroni chicken or mac chicken?
I kind of missed time, so I'm going to actually waste just a few seconds and not cook, but it's fine. That was a good cooking session.
Yeah. Long pig. Hot Pockets. That's a different American thing.
One nice thing about the Kraken buffs that you get for cooking his food in the pans, it gives a nice attack buff. I currently have a 36% attack increase.
Yeah.
For the next two major boss fights, which is really, really nice.
Yeah. And that is going to be the Gate and Wraith, right? For the next two boss fights?
Yeah, we're doing Gargoyle's Gate right now.
The King's army has been mounting a fierce offensive to try and reclaim.
Oh, that was great to hear everyone's recipes, especially toast sandwich. That really makes me laugh, the idea of that.
Who here likes pickle sandwiches? How about that?
Oh, God. So those are... Branson pickle in England is disgusting. I'll say that straight up right now. Pickles are horrible. Well, pickle in England is horrible. Gherkins or pickles in North America are nice. So you're knocking over the fire, or the wooden stuff. Why are you doing that?
Because for whatever reason, if you knock them over and you're on top of them when they fall, you take damage. So I'm just knocking them over as a precaution.
So you're getting rid of them as a hazard. I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were just vandalizing the castle. But these people are you're probably like have cookies to sell. You're just going a little bit too far. There's no storyline we've established so far, so.
Release the fairies. I always save the fairies because the fairies give like a huge score bonus.
Oh yeah, 2100. Yeah.
Yeah, earlier the one I saved gave like 5,000, so it's really nice when you see them. It doesn't take long to save them either, and you're only just getting more experience points.
It makes things easier for the other dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best weapon against monsters is other monsters. Yeah. If you ever find yourself in a zombie apocalypse, grab a zombie, throw it at a zombie. There you go. Except if they grab you, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, don't let them bite you, just throw them.
Yeah.
Handle with care.
handle with care till you lob them. After that, it's Gravity's problem. So okay, so this is going to be the Gargoyle Gate.
Yeah, we're almost there. I hate the screen though because there is like all kinds of fire falling down from the top of the screen, and it's all completely random.
Yeah. So basically, the boss coming up is okay. It's called the Gargoyle Gate. I'll explain this until the cannon pops up. But basically, what's going to happen is
just beyond here is the notorious Gargoyle Gate.
I don't know what really you're doing here. Again, let's just say you're really trying to sell these people cookies, but they put down a gate.
It's really unfortunate too, because these cookies are really good.
Yeah, they're the best cookies in the world, but these people just do not want those cookies. So they're really putting up defenses, and the only thing that can really break through that happens to be a cannon. And Ozzy's going to be having to clear the screen and manage things, because you can see how much damage him throwing the monsters against the gate is doing. It's doing meager amounts. It's going to be like the Golem fight. If the cannon were to hit it, it does a lot of damage. So the goblins will be dropping cannonballs. So he's going to try and clear them out and stock them up. And eventually a cannon's going to be on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, and then eventually you have to grab the torch. Grab the cannonball, load the cannon, grab a torch, shoot it. That's going to do a considerable amount of damage. So he's just trying to get everything ready, basically, for the cannon when it arrives. But until then, he has to make sure he manages the screen. I have a diagram I drew that obviously no one else can see, but yeah, it's an ugly diagram, and it just says Goblin to cannonball, cannonball to cannon, cannon to torch, and then torch to win. So that's basically the boss fight right now in a nutshell. But you can see how much it's already done.
Yep.
And there you go. Just like that. Like how you finish it off by actually crashing into it. So now we can sell them cookies. So we're the best Girl Scout cookies ever.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we got really sidetracked after that. Now we got to go fight the Incarnation of Death.
You know what? He just doesn't like cookies. We gotta get rid of him.
That is a problem.
Stark white bones are strewn about the ground.
You know, I will post my diagram to my Twitter later, and I'll see if we can look at this.
Of the deceased is the
It's horrible.
only indication left of this area's former prosperity.
So the Wraith is the one that you have to use light to damage, right?
Basically, there's these statues scattered throughout the boss arena where you fight them. You need to light these statues with a torch, and for a set period of time, the boss becomes vulnerable, and you have to kill him before the statue basically gets destroyed.
The situation leaves you anxious.
Okay, so this is the Wraith. I'm going to focus here because this boss kind of is butts.
Yeah. So basically, the Wraith is incredibly annoying because Ozzy's going to have to make sure to get rid of these ghosts, and you just walk into them with fire, they're fine. But he's going to have to light the statue, the Wraith is going to be here, and then he actually can do damage with it. When the statue's light runs out, basically the candle burning down, he can't damage him and he has to keep moving on. And you have a limited amount of statues during this fight. Plus, again, time limit. So if the narrator pops up, it's the time is running out. That's what Ozzy told me. And eventually, I appreciate all the cookies and stuff. So basically, What do I have here? Horse's statue.
The divine light fades, and hopelessness
Okay, yeah, so the
once
barrels are
again
going to be doing a lot of
darkens your
damage.
heart.
This is going to be with the food bonus and stuff like that he did before, so he's going to have, yeah, sorry, what?
I just want to get grabbed. It's always a little scary with these zombies.
Yeah, unfortunately the Wraith does summon a lot of
Exposing the Wraith's only weakness,
grabby enemies,
dream heart.
and there's no boulder friend, so oh well. I took a death there. That's unfortunate, but it's not unexpected. Truthfully, in this battle, like this is a really, really tough battle to maintain. And I do believe the statues can't be damaged, but their little life counter above them is how long the light lasts, right? So
Yeah. So, yep, I lost a statue, so I have to go on to the next screen.
yeah, but it looks like you'll be more than fine for lives plus time.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
The
It's just
divine light fades,
It,
not
it
gonna
takes a
be-
little bit extra
once
time.
again darkens your heart.
Eat that apple.
and that's the Wraith.
Yeah, and that is extremely annoying.
Divine light shines forth, exposing the
Not my
Wraith's
best
only
showing,
weakness.
I'll admit, but it's really hard to get a consistent fight with this guy.
You destroy the dream heart. and send the
Okay, we're
Wraith
level
back to the
21.
underworld.
Ooh, that's a really nice weapon.
You cannot
We'll
destroy
take
death,
that.
the
That's
opposite.
22. We'll take this for later, and that's it. Because everything else we can't equip.
You obtain.
So we're gonna equip this because that's a really nice weapon that can carry us for a while. And we're gonna go ahead to go to the Adventurers Guild because we're high enough level where I can
You need 3 more talismans to
Get
defeat
this to the
ancient
next.
dragon.
end this to the next.
Which is the next
In
boss
this.
you're doing? I assume Killer Rabbit?
Nope. Durgan. We're fighting the Durgan.
Oh, you're fighting the Durgan, then you're doing the other two after?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, everything's out of order in my paper notes. So.
Don't worry. We'll get to Durgan here very shortly. Red Durgan to be specific.
Yeah.
If-
And this is actually a really, really interesting. Ozzy's going to save essentially the in-game
These are the
timer
ruins
that
of the
counts down when
ancient
you're doing the
capital
boss.
city. It
He's
was
actually going to
destroyed
find a way to get around
following
that
an
a little bit.
invasion from the Northern Empire.
And it's actually really interesting, and
Now
I'll
it is
explain
a
more when we get
dangerous
there.
place.
But until then, enjoy everything acting as boulders.
Eventually, I will reunite with Boulder Chan.
Yeah. Actually, you will actually.
I can't believe I freaking said that. What is wrong with me?
I never said that. You can't blame anything on me on that one. Wyvern. Durgan.
Durgan.
Durgan. Birds are jerks. Dragons are jerks. Therefore, dragons are birds.
Yeah. Well, these are very dangerous birds.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm actually going to pick up some bones now.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to use them
Coming to
eventually.
surprise the
Yeah,
And this is a
3
good
bones.
spot for them, right?
Yeah, this is a good spot. Okay, see, there's the Durgan. I actually want to make absolutely sure that I open this door first before I initiate the fight, because that's my escape
When you're
route.
ready,
Yeah.
Here's a Durgan.
Here's a rock. Throw throw a rock at Durgan. So you can see that the boulder is doing a good amount of damage, and I think you're gonna try to take down a third of its health or something, or a quarter.
Yeah, at least a quarter.
Yeah.
Or close to a quarter.
And it's a beautiful looking dragon. I love the way this thing looks.
Yeah, he's just really rough. This room is intentionally designed so that you're fighting at a disadvantage, because there's just all kinds of random things. He's moving around constantly.
you can escape via the door on the right.
Yeah. And basically,
Fire everywhere.
yeah. So I can explain this one. So basically, the dragon is going to be really annoying. It's a confined space, but the thing is, you're trying to do extra damage here because the next part is actually an auto scroll that you're going to be fighting him in. There's only so much area you can go to. So if you manage to remove about a quarter of his health, you'll be that much more advantageous when you're going to be doing it. You'll be able to kill him quicker. And but it technically is possible to kill him here.
It is, but it's hard, and I'm not going to attempt that because this is a lot easier to do it out here.
Exactly, and you can see that there's a shield on the ground there. You can block the fire breath, and like this is more scripted at this point for how this battle's going to be going. And you can see just constant damage will just keep it up, but eventually you'll see ballista, you'll see the crossbow, and you can definitely see how much crossbow. You can see how much it does. And you'll see it'll block now the fire. You're doing sporadic blocking, so it doesn't go all at once or something, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So now the dragon's going to start walking, so you're going to be moving on. And this is why you have limited space, which is why you want to do some extra damage in that room if you can.
Yeah.
Because walking takes time.
Just being very careful here not to die to... Okay,
yeah. You can see how much damage the crossbow does.
It's a solid 10,000 damage. It's worth trying to squeeze in.
The dragon is waiting to unleash its fiery breath. Ready your shield.
Hey, can the fire hurt you on the ground?
No, damn it. He knocked my weapon in a horrible place. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there.
I actually kind of want to die here. Like, if there was ever a time I want to die, I want to die right now. Because I want my weapon back.
Does that push you back to the previous one, or does it automatically give you back your weapon? Oh, I see. Sorry, your weapon for the area of effect attack. I see. Here's the ballista damage.
Yeah, unfortunately I was really slow because I took that death.
The dragon is waiting to unleash its
Yeah, I'm just gonna die here. That was really bad play by me. I should have done that better. But that was my first real kind of like game over, so to speak, so I paid to revive myself.
Yeah. At this point, like, you never have to worry about money because you're not doing normal things with money. So, this is Ozzy just using the crossbow and doing more damage. And then the ballista should finish him off. Yeah.
Yeah. 6,000 per shot.
Yeah. So, goodbye, Red Durgan.
Yep.
Everyone pay respects to the Durgan.
So no, don't pay respects, because right now I'm gonna cook up that Durgan.
Ah, I see. So we can hear more about everyone's favorite food.
Your name?
By Jerkbird.
At sundown, you and your party gather around the campfire. Eat well, for you will need to be prepared for the day ahead.
So yeah, everyone tell me your favorite foods, or some your second favorite food. How about that? Ghost pepper wings. Hey, dragon scorpion sounds good. I'm sure dragon would taste probably. Dragon tail. Coconut cake. There you go. Corn dogs. Spaghetti again. You must really like spaghetti. I don't know, like spaghetti. Well, I guess it's depending on what you use it with, because spaghetti is just the base, really. Ravioli. Mushroom soup is really good. Grilled cheese sandwiches are nice. Anything with chili, I approve of your answer.
An amazing.
Again, for those who don't know, Ozzy's just trying to get stat buffs by doing cooking minigame.
Yeah.
Pho. I'm sorry if you're wrong on that one.
That was excellent.
Oh no. Beans on toast with cheese. Now there's an English answer for you.
I let that burn. That sucks. I'm just not gonna eat it. We're gonna leave that food there.
Yeah. This is gonna be burning. Yeah, I didn't eat before this. My lunch is gonna be after, so. Although we are nearing the end of the run now. I think you only have 3 bosses left now. So. Yeah, looks like it.
Yep. No, we're down to the last 3, yeah.
Yep.
These flavors pair well.
Damn right, beans and toast is food for the gods. Toad in the hole's good. Yeah.
After your meal,
So the next boss is the Chimera.
Yeah, and that's a really cool boss fight too, because it has stages in it.
Nature's Tower, once greatly admired
Yeah.
by magicians.
But for now, we're going through the Wizard's Tower again. This time, though, there's more demons. Because, of course, there are.
Oh yeah, but where isn't there demons in this game really?
When you're fighting zombies, and I'd rather fight demons.
You're not considered. Well, I guess yeah. I always consider zombies like lame demons, really.
Anyways, we're on an elevator again, because if there's one thing that never gets
You
old,
can access the
and beat 'em
laboratory in the
ups.
upper levels of the tower
Auto
It's
scrollers.
using the
is auto-scroller elevators.
Yeah. Actually, I even think the Simpsons arcade game had an elevator fight as well.
As is tradition.
Yeah. Everything has to have that.
Oh, say hello to my double.
Your double. Oh, hey, he climbed himself. I see. You're just throwing yourself around now.
Yep.
Oh,
I never
triples
liked
now.
me. I never liked me. Kind of an ass. But it's okay, we took care of me.
Yeah. If only it was that easy. Anyway.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
Alright. I really want to make sure I keep Randy over to the right of the screen when I summon the flying carpet.
It's a dead
Because
end.
Randy
There
sometimes
seem to
gets
be
very
any stairs
distracted
or pathways.
and likes to run off screen and then run all the way back because we can't leave without him.
Yeah. And he unfortunately will cost a little bit of time if he does that. And again, you can see this tower. And I think this is one that you can't destroy, or you can?
You can, but it's so slow, it's not worth it.
Okay, so this is one that actually stays. This is...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna throw...
I'm gonna just flex here for a while and occasionally throw these enemies off, like us.
So everyone enjoy the dwarf muscles?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, his on a close-up when he's doing the character creation, his what is it? His veins glow, and I think it's a medical condition that dwarf should have seen too. But
How did you know what is healthy for a dwarf or not?
probably not fighting demons. I wouldn't recommend that for a healthy diet. Well, cooking dragons, I would.
Alright, Chimera time.
Yep.
This isn't quite a boulder, but it's bouldery enough for me.
This is
The frantic researcher seems to have abandoned his experiment.
This is Boulder Light.
Run off. The contents of the beaker are shaking.
Yeah, this is a great looking boss, and there's all sorts of weird things about this one. There's obviously the lion head, the goat head, and the snake tail. As a chimera. Ozzy's gonna have to make sure he's gonna have to dodge the magic circles and other things on the ground. You can. The boulder is gonna do a lot of damage if he throws it in a row and hits all three of them, because obviously it's not just hitting once; it's hitting multiple
They feel
times.
as if you could put a hole through them.
You see him trying to do that a lot, and obviously using the area of effect attack. Sorry. And basically, whenever the hitbox, or whenever you use a boulder and it hits, like at this point on my screen, there's two stars above their heads. Those two can't be damaged. They lose the hitbox during that. So at that point, Ozzy will be focusing on the ones that he can. And that's the first floor breakthrough. I think there's a total 3 that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 floors that you can go down.
It's quote unquote your time limit.
Yeah. So you'll obviously see just chip away the HP, be careful, flame barrels, all the fun stuff. And Boulder Light, because it's not quite Boulder Friend.
Why did I
If
do
anything,
that?
if anything, Boulder Friend is actually the real hero of the game. Like he helps stop a lot of evils more than the actual dwarf, because dwarf just throws them.
Yeah. I really think the boulder is the underrated hero of this game.
That was a nice fight. You only went down one floor.
Yeah, but I died and I shouldn't have, and that was enough of the time loss. I usually don't lose a lot of time on this level.
The Chimera,
But that was the last
space,
big boss, I think. So the next one is the reference, I think, at this point. And then the end boss.
The Lost Woods are so vast and similar looking.
I hanged on to one barrel because I'm going to use that barrel on wood.
Yeah, all the wood golems here. Just gather them all together, and then you just light them on fire. It looks so good.
Yeah, my barrels do not restock between dungeon runs. It only restocks when I go back to town.
Yeah. And obviously you don't want... The more dungeons you do in a row, I don't know if there's a max or not, but...
No, you can keep going indefinitely until you either die or decide to go back.
Okay. So then, yeah, but basically, the more dungeons you do in a row, the higher your score, I guess we'll say multiplier is for that, or the more levels you'll gain.
Many northern knights lost their lives
that
this beast.
gear.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that and gear is mostly it. Because the more dungeon runs you do in a row, not only do you get more score, which means more levels, but you also like get better odds of finding better, higher ranked gear overall.
Yeah, and you can see Ozzy just went through that room flawlessly, just jumping over all the barriers and stuff, because the objective to that one wasn't killing all the enemies, is just get to the side of the room. So normal casual playthrough, you destroy all of them, get a good amount of score. Ozzy wants to go fast, so that's that. Oh, so what level is Boulder Chan, Ozzy?
What level is it? Same level as me.
Okay, so Boulder Chan is growing as Ozzy's growing.
I like to think the boulder is kind of like its own, like, scalable damage that goes based off of your strength stat.
Mm-hmm. And it really does show actually how not overpowered the throw is, because realistically, Ozzy's still at a huge disadvantage for all these battles.
Also, this is the most dangerous enemy in the game. Kill it. Kill it quickly.
Yeah.
Kill it now.
Grab Boulder, smush it. This happens to be a little white rabbit, which is a killer rabbit. And it has sharp, pointy teeth. And it is,
Look, I'm God here. Keep it away.
Yeah.
I wish to live.
Run, Boulder Chan, no! No, we have a name for it.
No, God, no, don't stun me. No!
Oh no!
He killed me.
Yeah. So this boss is a little bit, exactly. It's the Enchanter and the Rabbit from Monty Python. Holy Grail. So basically, this boss is easy to avoid for the most part, but can one-hit KO you. So between the stun and that, and the sharp pointy teeth, obviously this is a very difficult battle if you're not careful. And Ozzy's gonna have to make sure, because he can't block anything, so he has to make
Keep away! When he glows red, that's when he's about to do his instant KO.
Yeah. So there we go. That is the tiny little white rabbit.
Horrible creature.
Yeah. So that one actually initially you did a lot earlier in your previous run, but with the route change. That's now we're on to the final boss, which you will get now party members.
Yeah. We're gonna get some party members, but first I'm kind of like going over equipment. I'm actually on PvP, so I'm kind of focusing here.
Yeah, don't worry. You focus on the game. I'll focus on everything else.
So
all fun aside, that's why I'm here.
Yep. We don't have anything to replace that. I don't care. We do that. Is this anything? No, that's worthless. So, Let's see here. We're going to go to the temple because we're going to go ahead and resurrect some people that are going to help us. And hopefully we got some good ones. We got another dwarf.
Is it randomized?
Yeah, bones are randomized.
Oh, nice.
And we got a fighter. So we got two dwarf allies and a fighter. That's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
They're good meaty characters. And they're level like 23, 21. So we're going to go ahead and add them to our party.
Yeah. And someone asked a while ago, is there going to be a swole dragon? The answer is yes.
Let's see. Yes, I actually want to, because I can afford to get the skill, and this extra damage will help. Just that. That's all I care about.
Yeah, so...
Alright, so part of what makes this final boss really scary is every other boss, it didn't really matter too much if I game overed or lost all of my lives. This boss, that changes. You lose all your lives, game over.
Yep.
You lost the run.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it's that's why he's taking the extra party members to help do damage. Even if it does buff the enemies or the boss's health overall, it's going to help overall in the long run, because unlike other levels where everything gets kind of increased, it would be slow with multiple players comparatively. Yeah, here's the Swole Dragon. And we have Rock Friend. Sorry, I have hiccups on. So basically, you just focus on this fight, Ozzy, I'll take over. So there's a couple things to this thing. There's the tornadoes, it will fire missiles and stuff and try to destroy the side walls. It will I have here summon fidget spinners like lightning orbs, is what I have written down here as well. It has multiple moves that can stun you. It has a yellow cloud which can stun you, fireballs. It can make it can rain fire from the sky. Like, it is ridiculous the amount of stuff this thing has, but it only has one health bar, which is really, really nice. It can bite, and eventually it's going to go into a second stage, which I think it will very soon. But basically, it will fire missiles off to the back, you can reflect them back. It's going to try to destroy the side barriers on the left and right. Rock Friend and allies are doing their best possible thing. Ozzy is doing absolutely wonderful here, for the record. What else can I point out here? I think it only has 2 or 3 phases in total, I think.
The dragon's breath immolates everything.
Rip that, Dwarf.
Yeah, it's only 2 phases, really. We're in the second phase right now, where I'm gonna try and reflect these green dots.
Yeah. And basically, they'll go back and damage him, and the more you reflect, the more damage is done.
It's not a lot of damage, but
everything helps. And obviously, the allies you can see are not reflecting them back because they're being idiots. There's 2 more going back there, and then. Oh, I can't follow what's going on because I'm not used to having watching party members and stuff. Oh, it looks like Jed is dead. Rest in peace, Jed. But so this is now, I think, the final kind of push. If you see, like I pointed out, yellow cloud or something like that, that's avoidable. But time, okay?
Yeah, time on me. I killed.
GG, sir. GG. Was that a PB or?
Yeah, my old run was 2 hours, 4 minutes and 49 seconds. This is like, I have my own splits here. This is 2 hours, 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Congrats, sir.
The immortal dragon slumbers.
It's always a little scary because this boss also has a lot more attacks that are like, he could do a couple of combinations of attacks that together are the worst thing ever.
Mm-hmm. And rest in peace, Jed. He never made it to the end. Poor Dwarf.
Yeah, keep in mind, back when I set the estimate for this one, I offered it because, this is a game that I could do. I'm a little rusty on it. And then I came back to it and I just started grinding it super hard and I got good enough so I could do this kind of thing. So while I'm happy, I apologize to High Spirits, who's more than likely going, damn it, I got 30 minutes to kill. What do I do?
Ozzy, I think in recompense, you're going to have to do a little song and dance for the next 28 minutes. Make
No.
up for that.
No, you're incorrect.
Chat, say yes.
No, Cat, say no.
But yeah, no, that was Dragon's Crown.
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I understand this game did get a lot of flack originally when it was released because of obviously its art style. It's very interesting.
We'll phrase it as interesting for now.
Yes. But the game itself is actually a lot of fun. It's incredibly well made. There's a lot of great content here. And I think it's actually a pretty decent RPG speedrun.
Yeah, and as someone who's never played the game before and has done commentary, even watching the run is a lot of fun. Like it's so much fun seeing things be thrown around and ricochet off things. Great.
Yeah, I also do a couple other Vanillaware games if you're interested in that. Like I'm most primarily known for Odin Sphere. That's the game I currently devote most of my time to. It's just my preferred speedrun game. I do have Muramasa, and I need to get the Wii version because I can't stand playing the Vita version. So I should probably pull up Discord so I can actually see what's going on in Discord.
What do we do if High Spirits isn't here?
What if High Spirits is not here? Hijack the stream. I got it, guys. I guess I could show at least what our rewards were for killing the final boss, because I don't know if you realize this, but the first time you ever kill the final boss in the game, everything that drops from him is S rank.
Yeah, and that's obviously the best tier equipment.
And I'm going to sell all of it. Look at all this wonderful S rank gear. Gone in an instant.
Someone out there is crying and I don't understand why.
So I wish I had some cool tricks to show you guys, but this really isn't a trick-heavy game. It's more just like, it's a game that going fast is the challenge. You're skipping a lot of fights, you're making sure you don't die repeatedly, and you still die fairly often.
Yeah. Actually, how many deaths did you have in total there? You had 4, I think I counted.
Probably more than that. There's no way I didn't just...
You have completed a legendary accomplishment.
You didn't die in the end boss. You still had 3 lives at the end of it, from what I saw.
I died once to the end boss.
Oh, you did? Jeez, I didn't... Oh, I was paying attention to the other dwarf, most likely.
Underground. Now, a few surviving dwarves
One, Jed, or whoever.
In small villages.
Alright. But I'll let you guys enjoy this wonderful image here of dwarves being dwarves in the best of ways.
And all those muscles. Enjoy all those muscles, everyone.
Alright. Thank you all for tuning in. Please stick around. There's more questing for glory action to be had.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.